What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about the top 3 biggest games releasing in January of 2021. Kind of a different video I want to try out. I've actually done it before. I want it to be successful. I want to be able to do more of them, so I'm just going to jump straight into it, okay? Top 3. I do want to give an honorable mention to Scott Pilgrim, kind of like the Ultimate Edition, right? I think it comes out January 14th, not all that far off. Very, very exciting just in general. It doesn't make my top 3, but I remember this game like the back of my hand. Okay, this was a phenomenal game. Very sad that it was removed for as long as it was, but it's back now, and it's hopefully going to be better than ever. Okay, number 3 on my list is Super Meat Boy Forever on every console besides PC and besides Nintendo Switch. So they've already come out. They came out, I believe, December 23rd. We don't know the actual date of the rest. Okay, but they have to come out to the rest of them, including the PlayStation, right? The PlayStation family, which is what I'll be playing the game on. This game has been one that I've been looking forward to for so long. I made a video last year on my second channel talking about it and saying, does this game still exist anymore? Because it was supposed to come out, I believe, in 2019, and it was delayed, and it wasn't really talked about besides on their Discord server, which multiple people kept telling me, like, go on their Discord server, like, the developers talk to people, they sometimes give updates, and it's finally out. Finally. I actually watched Mr. Fruit. You guys know who Mr. Fruit is on YouTube. I watched him play, like, a level of it. I really want to stay completely out of it. It's not something that necessarily, like, gets spoiled. It's not like you're gonna watch it and be like, oh my god, I can't believe I spoiled it. But this is just one of those games, again, excruciatingly hard. It's been a long time since I've played a game like this. I did play the original. I tried to platinum it. That just didn't go very far, but Velocity 2X is one of my favorite games of all time. That is an insanely hard game, especially an insanely hard game to platinum. Sound Shapes, games like Resogun, stuff like that. I love these kind of games. So, and I know they're not all the same, but Super Meat Boy Forever, I'm so pumped for. It's a day one get for me. I wanted to play on like a controller. I guess I could have done that through PC. I didn't want to do it with the Switch controllers. Absolutely not. So I was waiting on it. I still am waiting on it very patiently. Again, we don't actually know the date. I think the official term is late January. So probably like the last week of January we can expect this game. But I think for anybody that's looking for a very intense time, a game that's going to be just one of the hardest games you ever played, that's going to be it. Okay. Number 2 is The Medium. Now, The Medium comes out on PC and Xbox Series X and S, and it comes out on January 26, 2021. So, again, obviously, a very end of this month. Now, remember, this game was going to really be, and no offense to Microsoft, or no offense to Xbox or Xbox fans, this was going to be really the only launch game that they had when they launched the Series X and S. Now, this game didn't come out, so really, they had, I would argue, a tough love. I would say they had absolutely nothing on those systems at launch, okay? Now, I'm not saying I'm anti-Xbox, because I'm not. I'm going to be getting it. I love the Xbox family, okay? I love Xbox exclusives. No, this is honestly a game from the very first time they showed. I believe they showed this back at that Microsoft event last May when they first showed, stuff on the Xbox Series X and S. Ever since then, I've been in love with this game. I love the idea of it. I love the psychological kind of elements of it. Everything about it, I'm sold. Now, this is a game that's only, and when I said the consoles, I did say all of them. It's not on the other Xboxes. Now, that goes against Phil Spencer's philosophical argument that any game should be played anywhere, okay? And that is taking a jab at him. Now, what I will say is this is a game that's not made by Microsoft. It's made by Bloober Team, which isn't owned by them, so that's why and he said, right, they can choose. But if it's a Microsoft exclusive that they make, like Halo, like a Gears, like a Fable, that would be playable on all Xboxes, including the Xbox One, the Xbox One X, all that kind of stuff, okay? So if you have a current Xbox, if you didn't get the Series X or S, this game is out of your reach. You have to play it on PC. I hopefully will be playing this game on PC. I want to play this game really badly, and so I hope to play it on PC. Just, this is a game that, again, I was really looking forward to this game. This wasn't going to be a game that made me get, like, a Series S or X back in November, but it would have gotten me, like, relatively close. But this is a game that I feel would be a disservice to myself if I didn't play it. I love these kind of games. While I hate being scared in video games, I hate being scared. At the same time, I kind of love it. It's kind of a love-hate kind of thing. So I'm really, really pumped for this game. But the number one game I'm pumped for above all else, and you guys have known this if you guys have watched the channel for a little bit, Hitman 3. Now, it's not my most anticipated game of the entire year, but in terms of, like, what game comes out next, Hitman 3 is that game. January 20th, a Wednesday, for some god unknown reason, it comes out, and my lord. By the way, Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time was supposed to come out this month, January 21st, and then it got delayed, so that doesn't count. But Hitman 3, I'm so excited for. Again, it's not my most anticipated games like Horizon and like Hogwarts Legacy, Gotham Knights, stuff like that is more towards the top, okay? But Hitman 3, I am so pumped for it. Now, let me tell you really briefly my history with Hitman. There isn't that much. I've played select titles here and there. I did play Hitman 1 and 2. Now, Hitman 1, I only played like episode 1. From the beginning, despised the way that they set up that Hitman when they rebooted it, and they did Hitman and they did it episodically. I had said back then to my cousin, and he can attest to it, that I hate the idea and I think it's gonna backfire. Well, you know what? Alex is right sometimes, and Alex was right back then, because they even said after Hitman 1 was done that that was a terrible idea and they're never doing that again, and that actively hurt the sales of that game. So Alex knows what he's talking about, and I don't know why I'm saying it in third person, but maybe I'll continue. Okay, so Hitman 1 was good, but that's the thing. These Hitman games are so good. They're so fundamentally solid. They just don't sell well. Nobody buys them, really. And Hitman 1 and 2 did not sell well at all. Hitman 3 is the last one. I would not be surprised if this game doesn't sell very well. I don't know why people don't buy these games, but people don't. People really don't. And by the way, I'm not saying, if it sells 1, 2, 3 million, that's absolutely nothing. I'm just saying in the grand scheme of things, and especially how they look at it, it's not a lot. They have said before they've been disappointed with the sales of these games. I'm not just making it up. So Hitman 3 just looks so exciting. It's again Hitman, but it's again taken to another level. I love the idea of kind of combining. Well, I don't like the episodic thing. I like the idea that this is, well, not just the ending, but this is you can literally play Hitman 1 and 2 in this game. Now, you have to buy them. You don't just get it for free, but you can play them. Besides that, one final thing that's just the nail in the coffin of awesomeness is the VR. Now, I do have the PSVR, and I don't have the adapter yet for the PS5. I need to get that, and I need to get that over the next like 15 days, because I am setting. I don't pull out my VR for just anybody or any game, ladies and gentlemen. I only pull it out for the best of the best, and this is a game I just don't know how I couldn't try it. You know what I mean? To experience a Hitman game, Hitman 3, above all else, on a PSVR. Now, it's not the top of the line VR technology. I'm not expecting a transcendent experience, but I love VR. I've loved everything I've ever played on PlayStation VR, and so to be able to play this game on PSVR and take people out would be, I guess, the nicest way of saying it, in a VR headset is going to be, I think, next level experience, okay? I do think it's actually going to elevate the game overall. It's just the fact that also not that many, I think the PSVR sold like 3 or 4 million units, so not a lot of people have it, so not everybody's going to be able to experience it, but I think if you have a VR, this is going to be one of those games that you have to pull it out for. I didn't even pull this out for Star Wars Squadrons, which I know is actually insane. Maybe I'll do that after, but Hitman 3 gets the number 1. So that's it. Those are my top 3 games. Again, Scott Pilgrim, I would say, is like an honorable mention at number 4. Let me know if I missed anything. Let me know. I like covering smaller games. You guys know if you've watched the channel, I do cover small games, even though they do terrible views and terrible stuff like that for me. But if there's any smaller game that you guys are really interested in for January, let me know. I can see if I can cover it. Maybe I can contact the developer, stuff like that. So let me know in the comments below what you want to see this month. What's your most anticipated game this month? As always, make sure you guys are subscribed. Make sure you guys have the bell icon turned on so you know all these videos go up. All my social media stuff is in the description if you guys want to follow our Twitch, our second channel, my second YouTube channel, my Twitter, and my Discord. All 4 of those are in the description, okay? Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all on the next video.